is really derived from my Boy Scout name. Because Fox sounds cooler, people started calling me that, and it just kind of stuck because my name Beat is harder for people to remember. So Fox is it for a lot of people. I was born in Switzerland and lived there for the first 25 years of my life. It was a good place to grow up. We had a lot of access to nature, so we were out and about a lot, and we had good schools, and it's really safe too. Played a lot of soccer. Was also a Boy Scout leader. I was an altar boy in a Catholic church, and did a lot of biking and just outdoor stuff. I didn't like skiing though. I was not a skier. My two brothers weren't very far apart in age. We all had a similar path, but we also had very different interests. I was kind of the wilder one. We got along pretty well. When we were younger, we had fights and stuff, but we also did a lot of cool stuff together. We'd go into the forest on our bike. It was good having them. When I was about 16, a few friends of mine from school and Boy Scouts, we started a band, and we really couldn't play very well, but we had a lot of fun with it, and ended up getting some opportunities to play concerts, some small concerts. We even went to the Netherlands for a couple shows, and mostly otherwise played in different towns in Switzerland. My girlfriend at the time that I met in Switzerland was from the US, and she wanted to move back, and I just kind of spontaneously decided to go with her, and didn't really think too much about how that's all going to work out. So we moved to Florida, and we got married, and I found a job there after a little while, and just kind of took things day by day. When I was 19, the day I finished high school, the day I had my final exams, we had a little party with just my school, my class, and I, for some reason, climbed on a train car that was parked nearby, and I touched the overhead wire, which was hot, and I got zapped and thrown off the train, and ended up pretty badly burnt and injured, and was taken to a burn unit in Zurich. Since it's been more than half my life, over 30 years, it's just so normal for me that on most days I don't think about it much, and I just always just accepted it and tried to do the best I could with the situation I had, and I can still do a lot of stuff. I just do it a little differently. I just love coffee. I like to go for walks, and I just think we have a lot of great coffee shops in Portland, great coffee culture, and I like to talk to the people who work there, and they usually, after a while, they recognize me, so we chat a little bit, and it's just one of my little leisures that I get to do. So after my accident, I really had no way of biking, and for a long time I didn't bike until my wife saw somebody riding by on a bike that was hand-powered, a hand cycle. So she stopped the person and said, "Hey, that's a cool bike. How do you get that?" We bought one, and I've been cycling ever since. I love it because it's a really great way to get around the city. It's a great way to stay in shape. It gives me mobility that I don't otherwise have. It's actually great exercise. It's good for your back too because it stabilizes your core. So I have no complaints really, and from kids usually really like it. Say, "Hey mom, did you see that guy on a cool bike?" So it's great. I love it. In Switzerland, and in all of Europe, really, soccer is the #1 sport. And I grew up going to games in my local team, and when I moved to the US, I really lost touch with it other than, watching the World Cup. And I didn't even realize that Portland actually had a team. The time we moved here, they had the Portland Timbers started coming back again from a little hiatus, but I didn't know about it. So I never checked it out. And then it was about 2009 when I realized that, hey, there are actually games here. I should just check it out. And I just went to a couple games and I was totally hooked. And, it's such a great atmosphere. I always liked the game. I always loved watching soccer. I watched every World Cup. The first one was 1974. Germany was my first World Cup that I watched, and watched every single one ever since. And now they have a women's team too, so I go watch the women's team too. And it's just a great hobby for me. It's a way to get away from everything, get on my bike right to the game, and I love it.